One day last fall, I happened to look into the front cap window of our fifth wheel and I found a big puddle of water. Our fifth wheel was only 6 months old at the time, and this window was already leaking. I cleaned up the water and went hunting for the leak. We sprayed water on the outside of the cap and tried to get water to come in, but we couldn't manage to get water to penetrate, right? So odd. So we cleaned up the water, and then a few days later I looked again and the water was back. We searched for the leak again, sprayed water on the outside, all the things, right? You can imagine how upset we were. And then I finally remembered propane creates water vapor when it burns. The water might just be condensation. Propane, the wet gas. When propane burns, the combustion process generates 3 molecules of carbon dioxide and 4 molecules of H2O, water vapor. Now, water vapor is lighter by weight, so about 35% of propane combustion emissions end up being water by weight. The rest is carbon dioxide. Quick public service announcement. Incomplete combustion of propane does generate carbon monoxide, very dangerous. Make sure your appliances are in good working order. That means your furnace and your stove. And make sure you have a functioning carbon monoxide detector in your RV. While it's somewhat rare to have a carbon monoxide issue, if you have a problem, the major side effect is death. Spending $100 every 5 years on a carbon monoxide and propane leak detector is a pretty good deal in my book. The CDC says about 400 people die from such carbon monoxide poisoning incidents each year. Don't be one of them. Carbon monoxide poisoning isn't always an immediate death. Smaller issues with furnaces and stoves may create less deadly levels of carbon monoxide that affect you over weeks or even months, while causing breathing issues, headaches, and even hallucinations. Carbon monoxide poisoning from furnaces and water heaters has been shown to be a likely cause of some haunted house reports. Let's get back to the water vapor. During the summer, if you're like us, you do a lot of cooking outside. Plus, your door is opening a lot, bringing in fresh air. There just isn't much propane-related water vapor buildup in the trailer. As the weather gets colder in the fall, you use the stove more. And eventually, you start using the furnace too. The inside humidity levels start to rise due to propane combustion and human breath. Less fresh air comes in to replace the humid air, and when outdoor temps drop low enough during the night, you'll wake to find condensation on all of your windows. So that's it. That big pool of water was actually condensation. Since that cap window is our front bedroom, we tend not to leave the blinds open when we're in an RV park. And so we didn't notice that moisture build up over maybe days, weeks, I don't know. So if you have one of those, I suggest you check it regularly during the winter. So why did the front window end up with a puddle, but the tracks on all the rest of the windows are dry? Well, because all the rest of the windows have drain slits called weep holes. As condensation drips down into the track, it will make its way outside via these drains. The weep holes on your windows can clog, so if you ever do get water in your window tracks, try cleaning that weep hole out. A little brush, some compressed air, maybe a toothpick, that might do the trick for you. Now, another note about moisture in an RV. A little window puddle isn't the only thing to worry about. In fact, it's probably the least of your worries. Your RV is full of wood. Wood panels for the walls, trim, cabinets, and this wood can absorb moisture from the air. And I've even heard of people ending up with mold growth underneath their mattresses because of excess moisture buildup. So, what should you do about it? Well, an easy thing is just to open the door sometimes and let some fresh air run through. When you're taking a shower, make sure that you run the exhaust fan. And for heat, use your AC heat pump and your fireplace if you have them. Not only will it save on propane, but it won't create additional moisture. You'll still want to occasionally run the propane furnace when conditions are below freezing, as only the furnace has a duct that actually goes into the underbelly, keeping all your pipes from freezing. Final option is use a dehumidifier or a product like DampRid to pull moisture out of the air. We have DampRid containers all over the trailer. They're great because they don't need to be plugged in, they don't make any noise, and they can fit in those dark, damp spaces where they're most needed. You can find DampRids at lots of stores like Walmart and Menards and Home Depot. I will put a link in the description for you though. I hope these tips have been helpful as we head into furnace season. Stay warm and keep your trailer dry. If you want some more info, like and subscribe. Thanks for stopping by. I'll leave you with some colorful fall leaf footage. I'm Ryan, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.